Hey guys, we're so excited to be back for TK Monday Minutes. This is episode 6, and today we're talking about travel. Before we get started, we want to ask you guys where you've been and where some really cool places you've been around the world, as well as where you want to go on your bucket list. Because we've seen some top notch and some pretty cool places. We've seen Iceland and Croatia and all over the States.
And in Canada too.
Of course, in Canada for sure. And we'd love to know where you guys want to go next, because we're always excited for travel. So yeah, I guess, Laura, what I wanted to start with is that Laura was a pivotal part in knowing and deciding that travel was one of our pillars of both our culture and our social media here at Top Knot. And I wanted to know, why do you think it's so important for us to emulate that to our viewers?
I think travel is an essential part of growing as a person and just discovering the different cultures. I mean, I'm born and raised in Canada, and obviously we have some amazing culture like maple syrup and do not live in igloos and things like that, but just getting out and exploring the world and learning about that different aspect of life that we are not accustomed to here in Canada. I went to Thailand when I was younger, and it was just very eye-opening. I lived in a village that had no technology whatsoever. It had maybe one cell phone, and just living that life, experiencing the food
and ways that people did things that are just simple and basic, but in such different ways.
Oh, and they were the happiest people on earth too, right? And just getting to know, and their dancing and their songs and things like that was so cool.
Culture. And I think that that's what some people don't necessarily understand when they, there's barriers to travel. It's cost involved. You have to take off work. It's
not easy all the time.
It's not easy all the time. And I feel like a lot of people put that in place of traveling, and people don't necessarily understand it's an education too, that it really it can shape them, and it can really help them grow to see these cultures. I mean, I think that in Canada we're fortunate to be amongst so many cultures. There's we have such a multicultural city here in Toronto, but there's other things that we've never even seen before and never would be able to even remotely see if we haven't actually immersed ourselves in the other person's land and country and everyday culture. So
for sure, and just taking that time to just be you know what, I'm gonna just do it. Let's just, as much as it's not always in the budget, and there's things you can go, you might rather go sit on a beach or whatever, which obviously we love to do. Yeah, you need to take that time to enjoy that stuff. But just going and experiencing a different world, essentially, is just immersing yourself in that.
And so what we do with Top Knot on our Travel Thursdays is that we really try to pick unique destinations that aren't necessarily your go-to, European destinations or US destinations. We really try to find unique points of the world that we are giving to you, so that you can kind of get inspired at least to what you might want to do on your bucket list or when you want to take your next trip. So that's really where we are.
And maybe you don't see on those travel sites as the main, you have to go here. I mean, sometimes they might be, but essentially just goes off the beaten path kind of
And
things.
I love that, because I feel like when I go traveling, I feel like I have to hit the tourist spots to say that I did them, but it's more when I find that nook in the corner, or that bar, that hole in the wall restaurant that's absolutely made by someone's grandmother or something. That's the most incredible thing and experiences that I've ever found. So,
exactly, and it's not all the tourists that aren't from there, right? They're not all the Americans.
You get to see the authentic part of a person's culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Really cool. I mean, I actually went to Thailand as well, and one time my best friend and I were walking down the street, and we just saw somebody, a Thai family having a picnic, and they were so nice. They invited us in. They said, "Come in, come in." Didn't speak a word of English. We didn't speak a word of Thai, and we ate together on this kind of blanket on the grass up with their family. And I thought I will never forget that.
And those are the things you don't forget, right? And same with my trips as well. Those are the things you remember. You don't remember the sitting on the beach, what you did. You don't remember. Those are the things that you remember for sure. So again, we would love to hear from you and what you guys, where you guys want to go. So
please let us know your notes below, and then we will definitely be back with your answers.
And we'll see you next Monday Minute.
All right, have a great one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.